Good evening. This is Mario with www.MarioMFinkbiner.com. And while we're waiting for the audience to build, I'll paste it in. And tonight's evening reflection thought is pretty straightforward. Hopefully, my phone's been overheating today, so it's not, it's chilly and muggy today, or freezing today. So we finally got. So let's go. The mistake you can make is listening to people who have given up on their dreams, telling you to give up on yours. By Umair Hague. Now, think about this for a minute, and this is what amazes me. And you can relate to this. Last night I listened to a husband and wife team in our webinar, What an Exciting, thing, and it talked about not having a supportive spouse. And it kind of brings in the same thing here. When you deal with a situation and you believe in your heart that, you're tired of working a 9-to-5 job building somebody else's dream. So you decide, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm tired of commuting. I'm about to change it. Hey, Wayne, how you doing, man? So I'm going to make a decision, and my decision is I'm going to go 110% all in to achieve my dream, to create, for example, for me, to create a healthy and wealthy lifestyle. For myself, for my children, Crazy Duke, my son, my daughter, and Crazy Duke, and for loved ones and anybody out in public who's interested in creating a healthy lifestyle. Because, again, with all the toxins out there. Now, yet you say to yourself, last night it was eye-opening to listen to the spouse of why they do not support the fellow entrepreneur. Because, they have fears. One biggest fear is, well, do you have benefits? Well, if you're making tons of money, you can pay for the benefits. It's the least amount of cost, probably. Is it secure? Well, you know what? I'll beg to differ to you. Don't you think it's more secure if you're in control of your financial needs? I don't know about you. Either candidate wins. I'm not confident either way of the presidential. Definitely disenchanted with Congress. Definitely, as a former mortgage banker, definitely disenchanted with what? The banking. Please. That's another story. So based upon that, I say to you, the biggest mistake, when you decide to make a decision to do this, don't let anybody deter your dreams. And let's go back, reflect. You heard some of my other prior videos talk about it. How come when we were young kids, we could dream and dream big? We had big aspirations. We dreamed we were going to be the first astronaut. We dreamed we were going to be, the best Marine. We dreamed we were going to be a great, not a politician, I never dreamed that, athlete, baseball or soccer player. Those were my big dreams. And then, reality hits, you get certain things. And as you grow older and older, I noticed that when I taught in high school and college level, these kids were conditioned almost to stop dreaming and just become robots. I got to go to college. I got to get good grades so I can get to a 9-to-5, so that I can work 40 years and build somebody else's dreams so that I can have some piece of life, and good support myself and my kids and my, spouse. Well, that dream is gone. So why do we listen to family members, and some of them very close, spouse or whatever, and even let them deter us? I'm not talking about being irresponsible. If you're taking a 6-figure salary and you just quit one day and say, the hippies in 1960, hippies, flower power kind of stuff, and say, I'm just going to, now stop, and you know what? The universe will help me. Well, a little bit maybe crazy there. I think you lost a couple marbles. But if you say, I'm tired of working 90 hours a week, making a 6-figure salary, where I don't spend any time with my family, where my health deteriorates, where the wealth isn't going to be residual, where I'm every Monday starts a new clock. Well, then you might want to say to yourself, well, you know what? I'm tired of working a 9 to 5 job where I'm just going to get paid. I don't get an increase in salary. I wonder if my boss, is going to politically, mess me up, because again, he's worried about me exceeding him, being promoted above him, become his boss. That was my experience, like I told you in another video. A couple times in corporate, one of the biggest satisfaction was I became the boss of my boss, who was they were really dirtbags, to put it bluntly. And I got the satisfaction of becoming their boss down the line. But you know what? I decided, I'm tired of that rat race. So I decided I'm going to take it and, run it on my own. I decided I'll take my financial destiny in my own hands. I'll take my health in my own hands. I'll create a healthy and wealthy lifestyle. Why condition and worry about somebody else and let them dictate my lifestyle? It's insane. So I'm going to tell you this when it says the biggest mistake you can make is listening to people who have given up on their dreams. Why is it that we listen to somebody who's making $30,000 and nothing disrespectful to that, but who doesn't care about it? Hey, Vicky, how you doing? Good day. Yeah, there you go. I love that accent. And I love your videos. But what happens is, again, you listen to somebody like that and they deter your dreams and you say, you know what? I'll just give up. Why? Isn't it worth to invest 2 to 5 years to have a lifestyle that most people dream about? Isn't it worth to build your dreams? Now, yesterday I talked about it and I said to you, I have the Broken Bridge available for you if you think that by putting no work. You have to put work. You have to invest it. You have to be able to have the proper mindset to get your frame of mind correct. You have to have the proper skill sets, which again, as a former educator, and still I educate people all day long and myself, I believe you have to go, it's a university of educating yourself. You got to get the proper skill sets. Like I said before, as an athlete, you may or may not have the talent to make it to the pros, and that's something you can't be taught. You know what I mean? It was difficult, I would beg, to be a catcher like I was, switch hitting catcher, hitting 300 in both righty and lefty. You know what? Not everybody's gifted that way. To be a fantastic sharpshooter for the Marines or whatever, those things, you have to, certain things you're born to be. But to be an entrepreneur, it's just a skill set. It doesn't matter your ethnicity. It doesn't matter your education. It doesn't matter the income. We all have the ability to achieve it. And personally, I believe you have all the ability throughout the world. So if you're ready to create a healthy and wealthy lifestyle, I ask you to give me some thumbs up, give me hearts. I think here it's hearts. I always forget. And spread the news. I offer you to do one thing and only one thing. When you set your mind to do it, don't let anybody, and I mean anybody, deter you from it. Whether it's a significant other, whether it's a family member. Again, take to heart this. The biggest mistake you can make is listening to people who given up on their dreams, telling you to give up on yours. Because you know what's going to happen? The word regret. And do you want to really go to the end of your life and say, I regret that I didn't do this or that? I regret. I mean, it's amazing how many elderly people will turn around and say to us, you know what? I regret that I didn't go for this. I regret that I didn't try this. Don't have that life regret. Remember, this life is not a rehearsal. It's not given once in a while, play back, rewind. It's a one-shot deal. So with that, in closing, have a great evening and to a healthy and wealthy lifestyle. Talk to you tomorrow morning.